with a warm-up, so grab your hoop and put it aside. We're gonna get started with some easy, simple neck circles. So slowly go to your right, to your left, to the back, and repeat this for 5 circles. This probably feels great if you're sitting at a desk all day, hunched over the steering wheel in the car. Give me one more. And now we're gonna do the same thing to the other direction. Ear to the shoulder if you can. Remembering to stand up nice and tall and remembering to keep breathing. I'm gonna ask for 2 more. Great, stand up nice and tall with your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Your shoulders pressing down, make sure your neck's nice and long. We're gonna do some shoulder circles, rolling back. I don't know about you, but I can feel my shoulders crunching, so these are really neglected, and it's important to stretch and warm up properly before we work on our shoulders. Come forward, almost like the, I don't know, only we're going forward. Give me one more. Next, you're gonna take your right arm and figure 8 it, like you're drawing a figure 8. Imagine there's a small paintbrush on the end of your fingers, and you can let the rest of your body get into it as well. Next, we're gonna repeat that with the left arm. This is gonna tie into one of the moves that you're gonna learn today. Warming up the entire shoulder region and your upper body. Give me one more. Next, we're gonna use both arms. And if you wanna sway into it and warm up the waist, that's fine too. I'm gonna ask for 2 more here. Remembering to stand up nice and tall as you keep breathing. Great. Now, you might feel a little silly doing this, but we do have to warm up your core. That's one of the main things that we're gonna be working today. So if you feel more comfortable with your knees bent, you may bend your knees or keep them straight. As you circle your entire torso, really push your butt out and come forward, side, back, side. Now smooth it out. We're warming up everything down there, making sure that nobody gets injured. I'm gonna ask for 1 more. Really stick your butt out. Now we need to do the other side. Remembering to keep breathing and keep that neck nice and long. And 1 more. Next, we're gonna warm up our hands. We are gonna use our hands a lot in hooping. So I want you to do temple hands, just pair position and push your palms together. You should really feel some contraction in your arms. And I want you to circle so the back of your hands are together and bring them up in the temple and up as high as you can. Push them together and bring them down. Next, our arms are gonna be out to the side, palms facing up, and we're gonna go 1 finger at a time, bringing it in, lotus hands. 1 finger at a time. This should feel great if you type all day, if you're sitting at a desk. Temple hands 1 more time and bring it down. Pick up your hoop, place it around your body, and just back and forth. You don't have to go as far as I go, just go as far as you're comfortable with. And we're warming up your waist. Keep a loose grip on the hoop. You don't want to have a death grip. And now we're going to bring it up ever so slowly, very gently. Remember to keep that neck nice and long. I want you to imagine that there's a string on the top of your head and it's pulling the top of your head up. Posture is very important in hooping. Come up here, hold, take a deep breath, and over to the left for 2 counts. And up, take a deep breath, over to the right, take a deep breath here, come up, and we're ready to get started with the tutorial. First move that you're going to do in the dance is called hand spins. It looks like this. Very simple move. All you're gonna do is take your hoop with your palm down, and just like you're snapping your fingers, you're gonna gently spin it as you walk in a circle. Let's try that in the left hand, going to the left. So, just like you're snapping or spinning a top, with control, walk around the circle to the left. This is the hip bop. This is a fun transitional move, and the speed of the hoop is what keeps my hoop growing horizontal. So what you're gonna do is take your left hand, pass the hoop palm facing down to your right, bop yourself in the butt, and let the hoop bounce back. So if you were to slow it down, see how floppy my hoop gets? We want that hoop to stay horizontal, so you gotta go fast. And you should really feel the muscles in your arms pulling here. So this is the hip bop. From here, we're gonna do passing. This is what passing looks like. And you can do passing anywhere along your body. To do passing, you're gonna start with your left hand, palm facing down, hand it to your right, and then when you get to the back, your pinkies are facing each other, your palms are still down, pass it around your body. Now try it the other direction. Right hand passes to the left, around the back the pinkies are facing each other. So you might have a direction that you're better at or that's easier for you. You can do that direction, but make sure that you're always practice the other direction too. Not only is it good for your muscles, it's good for your brain. So to pass on your upper body, you're gonna have your palms up this time. Pinkies together in the front, thumbs together in the back. As we raise the hoop up, you can pull one hand out and do halo. So to do halo, it's really important that your hand is shaped like an L. You want to do that because it controls where the hoop's going. See, if I hoop on my wrist without it, there's a lot of potential for that hoop to fall and hit me in the face, and that does not feel so good. The thumb controls where the hoop goes. So in halo, it's like you're high five, high five, high five each time. So two-hand halo, hands are together, you're chopping, chop, chop, chop. And then right-hand halo, same thing, high five, high five, high five. Now, you can get there from an ordinary pass, high five, high five, high five. And when the hoop hits the back of your hand, slide the other hand in. Chop, 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 slide it out, high five, high five, high five. Or, the easier way to get there is to start passing around your upper body. Remember, both palms up, pinkies in the front, thumbs in the back. So I'm starting around my neck. Whoop. Sometimes I drop the hoop too. Starting around my neck, as I lift it up higher, get some momentum, and bring one hand out. So just like with passing, you might have a favorite hand or favorite direction to hoop in. I'm a righty, but I love to hoop on my hand with my left hand. But for our purposes, you're gonna want to practice both. So that is halo. That's not until the second dance, but I'm showing it to you now. So the next move in the dance is the step through. It's pretty simple. You just put the hoop down right in front of you, step through it, and flick your wrist over. You can do it backwards. Just flick your wrist first and then step through. But for our purposes, we're doing it forward. So one foot, second foot, flick the wrist. Eventually, when you speed this up, it becomes a jump through, but we're not doing that for the dance. So next move is weaving. Very simple move. It's great for your entire upper body. You can do it with both arms. To weave, you're gonna hold your hand, palm up, kind of like you're standing around with a pocketbook in your hand. And just like our stretch in the beginning, where we did figure 8 arms, you're gonna do that with your hoop. And I'm gonna show you slowly by grasping my hoop. You're carrying it across, one side of your body and then to the other side. When you speed this up, you don't need to have a death grip on your hoop. Have a soft, gentle grip. It looks like this. From the side, it looks best. It looks more impressive. Now to hand it to your other hand, just hand it to the side that you want to use. In this case, I'm placing it in my left hand and going to the left with it. Same thing. We do have to work the other arm, otherwise one will look better than the other. So this is weaving. From here, we're going to do the ladybug. It looks like that. You're going to take your left hand, fling that hoop as hard as you can to your right hand, and the momentum carries the hoop around to your back like that. So let's try it with the right hand. Fling it to the left, push it, and it flings by itself on your back like a ladybug shell. From here, we step touch with our feet and shimmy your arms. That's the ladybug. From here, we're gonna do hoop ladders, which look like this. Now, the more controlled and slow that you do this, the more magical it looks. So try to really use your arms here. You're gonna hold your hoop, palms facing down, and I'm pushing my right hand. And as I do that, I'm bringing my left hand up. And the same thing, push the left hand, bring the right hand up. Here's what it looks like from the back. Very simple move, it looks really magical. This is called the beam me up. Let me break it down for you. You're gonna hold your hoop loosely as you lift it up as high as you can go and lift it down as low as you can go as you walk in a circle. Now combine them, up and down, up and down. When you speed it up, it looks like this. Now to prevent yourself from getting dizzy, it helps to spot something on the wall across from you. So you're gonna leave your head here and whip your eyes around. Try to look at, just focus on one thing. Because if you focus on everything that's moving, you're gonna be really dizzy. So we can't go over a hoop dance without going over hula hooping, as most people know it, or hooping on your waist. It looks like this. Here's what it looks like from the back. So to get started, if you're a brand new beginner, I want you to place your hoop on your back like this. Give your hoop a spin and just let it fall. See how it went around and around and around by itself without me doing much of anything? So the momentum of the hoop is going to keep it going. You don't need to push crazy like that because then it's going to go everywhere. Just give it a gentle push. So I want you to stand with one foot in front of the other, and we're going to go back and forth like that. I'm really exaggerating here, just so you can see what I'm doing. But as soon as the hoop hits your belly, that's when you push forward. And as soon as the hoop hits your back, that's when you push backward. Now, posture is very important. So if you bend over to try to look at your hoop, it falls. Keep your neck nice and long, shoulders back, stand up straight. Now there's another easier way, at least I find it's easier, to hula hoop, and that's hula hooping side to side. So you're gonna stand with your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and when the hoop hits the side, you're gonna push. When it hits your other side, you're gonna push. So it's back and forth. It's not twisting, because look, as soon as I twist, the hoop falls. So you're just gonna push around and around and around. Now, some people might have a favorite direction that they hoop to. I'm definitely a clockwise hooper, but try to hoop in your non-dominant direction. So I'm gonna go to the left. It's a little bit harder. If you're not able to do this right away, that's okay. Keep practicing. Suck it up, because it took me a long time to do it on my opposite current. It's good to be able to do that to keep your body balanced, and if you're really sore on one side, you can just do the other side. Ready to dance? So for those of you that move clockwise, improvise like I do, I'm going to show you the dance first to the right and then to the left. So all you ready hoopers, I'm going to start with hand spins as we walk in the circle for 8 counts. Stop here, we go right into hip hops. So left, right, and right, and I'm stepping side to side. You can stand still if you want. I want you to make this dance room. From here, we go right into passing. And I like to pass while walking in a circle. For some reason, I always like to be moving and it makes it feel that much easier. But if you want to stand still or walk side to side, by all means, go for it. From here, we go step through, flick the wrist over, grab the hoop, and go right into weaving. We're going to do it 4 times per arm. Hand it off to your other arm. 2, 3, 4, ladybug. From here, remember, we step side to side and shimmy those shoulders. Now from here, we do the beam me up, but before we go up, we gotta go down. So you can do this slow, or you can do it fast. I like to do it fast. We're gonna do that 2 times. From here, we start hula hooping on our waist. And here you can do whatever you want with your arms. You can do snake arms, you can do bird arms, you can do whatever you want. You can fold them across your chest and look angry. You can have them on your head. Another thing that I like to do is hand stretching or wrist circles, temple hands. Get an arm workout in there while you're waist hooping. From here, we grab our hoop, and that takes practice too. It's okay if it falls, just pick it up. From here, we grab it, bring it to the left, bring it around, and go into hoop ladders. We're gonna do these twice in the air and twice lowering it to the ground. And we're gonna repeat the whole dance 1 more time. So here we go, hand spins. I'm gonna go a little bit faster now. Hip bops for 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and passing. Step through, weaving, 4 times per arm. Hand it off. 3 and 4, ladybug. Step side to side and shimmy those arms. And beat me up. There's 1, here comes 2. Pull a hoop on your waist. Do whatever you want with your arms. You can walk in a circle. You can stall the hoop. Next, grab your hoop, bring it around, and hoop ladders. 1, 2, bring it down for 3 and 4. And we're gonna end the dance by just walking and dragging the hoop ever so gracefully. So that's the dance, that's the breakdown of the dance. And now I'm gonna show you a demo of the dance with no instructions for when you get a little bit more practice. beginner dance, I'm going to be showing you some modifiers that you can use to make the dance a little bit harder and bring it up to an intermediate level. So now, instead of doing the hand spin, we're going to do the elevator. This is what the elevator looks like. And I'm going to show you on both sides. So for all of you righty hoopers, you're going to place the hoop in front of your foot and you're going to throw it as hard as you can against your left hip. But as you do this, you're going to pick up your left foot. Looks like this. So you can either let go of the hoop and have it float into your other hand, or you can keep holding on to it. If you have breakable stuff in your house, that's a good option to go with. So if you're a lefty hooper, you're going to place your hoop out to the side, left side, place it on top of your left foot, throw it as hard as you can against your right hip as you pick up your right foot. The next move, instead of hip hops, we're going to do stirring the pot. This is what it looks like. Those of you that know how to do isolations or hand hooping, we're basically doing that parallel to the ground. So I'm going to start off with my left hand holding the hoop out in front of me, and I'm going to let it go, give it a spin. It's like high five, high five, high five the whole time, making sure that you're not grabbing the hoop at all. You just like you're stirring a pot, only with your hand instead of a spoon. So make sure that you're not grabbing the hoop at all. From here, as soon as I feel that hoop hit the back of my hand, I'm going to slide my other hand in and take over. And you're bending forward. If you have a great big hoop, it's going to be a little harder for you to do. So I have a smaller hoop so that the hoop doesn't hit my legs. So from here, it's stir the pot once, stir the pot twice, back again, and back again. Now it takes a little bit of practice to get some of these. That's why this is an intermediate level hoop dance. A little bit more difficult than the beginners. So from here, we're going to do regular old passing, but under the leg. So from here, it's under first leg, second leg. We do that 4 times. Already, my heart rate's getting up. It's a lot harder on your body and your brain, and it's more of a workout. So once you pass for the last time, you're gonna step through it. Give yourself a nice, easy step through. We're gonna do that same old weave 4 times. As you pass it to your left hand, do that 4 times. One more time. This time, instead of the ladybug, instead of the whole ladybug like cutesy side to side, you're gonna ladybug it, but we're gonna do hoop massage, which looks like this. So it's a combination of the beam me up and the ladybug. I'm gonna break it down for you. So to get started with my left hand, I throw it to my right and it's on my back. And I'm gonna put my hoop down for you to demonstrate the Carlton dance. So it's like I'm doing that with my hoop while I'm spinning. And it looks really cool. You wanna get that hoop right against your lower back there. So we do that 4 times. On the last time you fling it around, we do regular old hoop ladders, twice in the air and twice coming down. Bring that hoop down and fling it again for an elevator, right into stirring the pot again. So we do the whole thing twice, and I'm gonna finish this rundown. Under the leg, step through, weaving for 4 times per arm, and left hand. One more time, hoop massage. Remember to keep spotting so that you don't get dizzy. And hoop ladders. Great. So those of you that are lefty hoopers, I'm going to do that whole thing on my left side. Hopefully I don't break my toe like I did before. Okay, so starting from the left, I'm going to do the elevator. Right into stirring the pot. Right into passing. This is gonna be, I don't know if I could do that on my on my left side, but I'll try for you. I'm being a good sport. Okay, so there we go to step through and weaving. Right hand. Ladybug, and then hoop massage. Everything's so much harder on the opposite side, at least for me. And then from here, we take it to hoop ladders. And repeat one more time. I'm gonna spare you that horrible view of me doing that on my left side. So let's go on to the demo, full speed. It's really important to cool down after your hoop dancing because it involves the entire body, and also stretching just feels really good. So I want you to sit down with your hoop nearby, with your legs straight out in front of you, and I want you to bring your left leg in and place it against your inner knee here. From here, stand up nice and tall, or sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms up and lean forward, keeping that back flat. Remembering to breathe here. If you can't go as far as me, it's okay, you will one day. Come up. Remember, there's no forcing. We're gonna do that same thing on the right leg. Nice and tall and lean forward. Take a few deep breaths here. And come up. This time you're gonna take your legs across. So into a straddle position, only as far as you can. And you're gonna hang out here with your hoop in the middle. Now, if you can, if you're flexible enough, come forward as far as you can, as if you're a squirrel poking your head out of an oak tree, being like, hey guys, what's up? And really, you're stretching your entire inner leg, your outer leg, and it should feel really good. If it hurts, that means you're going too far. Remember to keep breathing. And now we're gonna go to the left side. So roll your hoop over as far as you can. If you can only go here, that's fine. If you can go all the way, do what you can. And remembering to breathe. And come up. We're gonna do that same thing to the right. Nice and smooth. Take a nice, long, smooth, slow stretch. And come up. We're gonna do that same thing, trying to face the leg with our torso. So I'm trying to put my stomach on my knee if I were that flexible. So we're stretching not only the inside of our leg, but the underneath of it now. So rolling that hoop over as far as you can. And come up. I want you to poke your head out of that oak tree again. Take a deep breath. And come up, and one last time we're gonna face our right leg with our torso and come forward. And come up. So now you're gonna take your hoop and lie on your back. It's good if you have a rolled up towel, a blanket, or a yoga mat for padding. And come down. I want you to hook your hoop on your foot I'm using my left foot now and using my arms to pull my leg back as far as I can. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can lower your other leg down on the floor. If not, feel free to keep it up like this and just pull it only as far as you can. If you want more of a stretch, you can flex your foot and lower it to the ground. We're gonna do that same thing using the right leg. We do have to stretch the right leg too. And come up. I'm flexing my foot for more of a stretch and pulling only as far as I can go. And remembering to breathe, keep that core nice and tight, and come up. Next, we're gonna do a little bit of a leg stretch that's also a leg toner. So I want you to hold your hoop and put your leg in the center of it, and you're going to stir the pot with your leg, keeping your toes pointed. We're gonna do that 3 times, so this is the 3rd time, and we're gonna do that to the other side. So we're stretching as well as strengthening. And you wanna be strong so that you can do all those crazy cool hoop dance tricks. And we're gonna do that on our right leg as well. So keep your leg in the center of the hoop, and now it's stirring the pot, just like your arm is just like your leg is the arm on a clock. So 3 more times to the other direction, and you should be able to feel this in your entire leg, as well as your arms and your core. And come down. Thanks for watching, and happy hooping.